Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Shall we get started? Look at this! We got RDC 2021 trophy. It spins. Yeah, trophies aside, because that is really cool, but also, uh, I am completely on my desktop right now, and if you didn't hear what this stream was about on my Twitter, I'd like to explain it real quick. We're going to be developing a game from scratch, and it is going to be using Fusion. And so here's my logic behind this, right? So, firstly, I don't make enough games. I really don't. And this is a big problem. I have a very big output issue. I make a lot of prototypes and I make a lot of little tiny ideas and they never go anywhere, which is really bad because I'm starting to get towards the end of my uni course. I'm starting to have to think about, okay, well, what am I going to do for a job? I'd quite like to do Roblox for a job, but I'm not really doing much to actually make that happen. So I need to make some more games in order to, be able to make that happen. The second problem is that Fusion does not have enough tutorial content out there, does not have enough example content. And so I think that by creating an entire end-to-end game and using Fusion in that process, not only am I showing you how I make a game, but also I'm showing you how to use Fusion and I'm showing you sort of how I set everything up. And I mean, of course, you can feel free to do it however you want to do it, but showing you how I do it as the creator of Fusion might give you some interesting insights as to ways you might use Fusion that you wouldn't consider before. And the third way, the third reason why I'm doing this is because, you've never seen me develop a game before. Like, I've talked a lot about like open sourcing stuff and I've talked a lot about, building stuff, but I've never actually built something for you. So I'd really love to do that. I'd be quite privileged to do that. So, yeah, just checking chat now. I have a Fusion wallpaper. I know, right? I love this design. Like, I'm just going to go a bit off topic for a second. I'm actually going to show you what I've been working on, right? So if I open Figma, so I've been working on completely redesigning all of the Fusion stuff, and you've sort of seen bits and pieces of this on like Twitter, but it's been sort of like uh, experimenting with different looks. So this was sort of my first iteration of that, where you see we're starting to introduce these like stripe elements and stuff, which I think look quite cool and actually like derived from the Fusion logo, which is another nice thing. You can add that on like the brand page or whatever. And you're just like, oh yeah, we decomposed our logo into XYZ. But like, I'm really liking this sort of like aesthetic with like it's much more geometric and it's much simpler than like the current look. I'm still working on it, obviously. Like this is very early exploratory stuff, but part of what came out of this exploration was this graphic here with like the sort of stripes coming out of the logo, and I decided this looked so cool that I just wanted to turn it into a background, and so I turned it into a background, and you can see here, and this is all like public on ltob.github.io/fusion, so you can download it for yourself. And so we have a fusion background. It's just, I really love it. So let's see. Yeah, there's so many nerds in this chat. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I guess I'm in the chat as well. Like, I'm like the big nerd. But why are concepts so good looking and popular websites just aren't? Because people don't get paid enough. That's the long and short of it, right? It's like, yeah, you could make the world's best website, but that would cost a lot of money, and that's a lot of money that is not usually in a company's budget. So you usually get these sort of more cookie cutter websites that do the job and they look all right, and yeah, the company's happy with it, everyone's happy with it, but it's not breaking any new ground. But I don't want to be like that because I'm an open source project made by a guy with a massive vision that maybe he might be able to execute on it. Who knows? So let's be radical, right? Uh, Reminds me of Roblox. I guess so, in a way. I mean, it's it's kind of got some Roblox vibes to it, but I think it's more geometric than Roblox in a way. Like Roblox has sort of got lots of organic forms, especially in its icons. Like, one second. I mean, we're going way off topic already, but if we go to the Roblox website and we zoom all the way in, okay, maybe not all the way in. Or maybe what we should do is we should inspect element. Let me just reset the zoom because it's going to bug me otherwise. Icon. Go here. Go light theme. Okay, maybe not light theme. We'll do it the long way then. By the way, you guys are about to get flashbanged. I'm sorry. There we go, and I'll get rid of the light theme because nobody likes it. Yeah, we zoom right in here. You can see there's lots of organic shapes in Roblox's icon set. And, I mean, there's obviously some legibility tweaks as well. Just don't look at those too much. Yeah, you can see that Roblox is not very geometric. Roblox is very much about these like natural forms, where I'm not really into that. Like as a designer, I really like the sort of like Microsoft style, really like angular, but then also with a bit of rounded in it. That's my sort of vibe, and so I want Fusion to match that. Fusion for JavaScript when? I've been thinking about it. I think Fusion is a very Lua oriented library. There's no reason why it couldn't work, because Fusion does not depend on Roblox for its core functions. But also I just need to focus, right? I can't just make Fusion for everything, right? I need to actually make stuff. Nice recently played, cool games. Who made that? Oh, I don't know. It could be a really cool group of people. You know, maybe might have won a Bloxy. But Bloxy, RDC Game Jam. I wish I won a Bloxy. Jesus. His usernames, I can't remember. Send me Roblox DMs crashing. Lol. Right. Anyway, so this is the part of the stream where I have not planned anything. I have literally sat down and I've said, I'm going to make a game. What game am I going to make? I have no clue. So, I think without further ado, let's just jump right into Roblox Studio, right? Why not? I'm really looking forward to this. This is greenfield development. No maintaining anything. Let's just pop right in, and I am going to need to filter out studio plugins because something about my mod manager install has broken something and I can't be fucked to fix it. Wait, TypeScript? I like TypeScript, right? I especially, there's this like sort of fork of TypeScript that someone's working on that adds in a borrow checker from Rust, which I'm really about. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me. Make Flappy Bird simple and all UI would go great with Fusion. But I kind of want to make it like, I want to make it more representative of a Roblox game, right? Like, I want this to be like, I don't want this to be a game that people can't draw from in terms of like, you know, how can we synchronize data from a server, or like, how can we integrate this with a game world, or like these sort of like questions. I want to make a game that's very Robloxy, one that utilizes the 3D space, one that's multiplayer, like networked and everything. I guess the sort of thing we'd be looking at there would be like, for like something that's nice to build, maybe a kind of tycoon or something, right? I mean, I mean, at the very simple end of that, you have like red button tycoons, which are sort of the very classic ones, which every single noob on Roblox and their friends absolutely loves. I mean, what can I say? I used to love them too. I still kind of do, to be honest. They're kind of charming. Um, like, yeah. Hi, wait, Noble's here. Noble, are you here? No, he's at lunch. Oh wait, he is here. Hi, Noble. Sorry, I'm on top chat. I think I might be missing something. Live chat. Fusion admin commands. I would use Fusion admin commands. Yeah, but admin commands aren't an entire game, unfortunately. I mean, I'd love to use Fusion as part of an admin command thing. That would be interesting. Wii Sports. See, I love Wii Sports, but the thing is, I love what I remember of Wii Sports, which is mainly tennis and bowling. Baseball never took off in the UK because that's a very American thing. I think there was boxing, which I don't know. I just never played it as a kid. I was already satisfied. I forgot what the other one was. Golf. Yeah, nobody liked golf. Okay, okay. Some people like golf because it is actually kind of interesting if you think about it technically, but it's golf. The Powerball UI and 3D world arrows all managed in. Oh yeah, like the golf. Yeah, when you hit it too hard, it just goes like. I would love to try doing that with like a skinned mesh or something. That would be really cool. Fusion Obby for free. Well, I mean, we do already have Fusion Obby. I could make that into a full Obby. I don't think that'd make for a very interesting stream. Um, boxing against Matt was the shiz. Apparently it was. I'm so sad. I never got that experience as a child because my rock brain decided that tennis and bowling was better. I mean, they are good, right? It's just like I do not know the majesty of Matt. Tycoon would be pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Tycoon right now. But I'm not sure if I want to do a red button Tycoon though, if I was to do that, because that'd be quite simple. I want something that's relatively simple. Like, I'm not looking to make like something overly intricate where there's like a whole like crazy meta to it where it's sort of like, oh yeah, and you're going to need like 15 factories and 16 brick generators arranged in exactly this specific configuration in order to optimize the flow of that. It's just like I get it'd be nice if that was an emergent property, but I want it to be sort of like a simple design if I was going for a tycoon. So something where we can focus more on the implementation of the game than the actual game design. Eltoblaf is perfect. You're the first person to say that, which is not very telling because nobody ever talks about it. I don't like my laugh personally. I think it sounds a bit goofy, but also at the same time, I don't think I'm ever going to like my laugh because it's my laugh. I own it. Like, I have to listen to it on repeat. Vroom Vroom Cars goes simple but complex and very Roblox. Maybe. Hmm. Yeah, I really like Tycoon. I don't know. I do like playing tycoons as well as making them. The thing with like a racing game is that I have no experience with racing games. They look like that I did want to like try out Forza Horizon 5. Like I was looking at that because I have Game Pass and it's there and I'm just like, ooh, Forza Horizon 5. I could totally just, do that. But then it was just kind of like I don't actually know anything about racing games, so it might not be a great idea to try and build one. Your laugh has a personality, while some people just don't. Fair, I'll take that, yeah. That makes sense. Factory games where you need like 5 miners to efficiently feed 1 belt. Yeah, isn't that just like Miner's Haven? It could do. Maybe we should try something a bit different than just like miners though, because like mining is done. Like we have mining tycoons. Kahoot. Kahoot is not a very Robloxy game. I mean, maybe if we like did something with like the physical space, but then it'd sort of not be very technically interesting. as well. So racing games, aka you spend 75% of your time on trying to perfect the chassis and it's still awful anyway. Yeah, isn't it the whole thing with like Roblox physics? It's just not quite good enough for racing games. They still have to use all the custom physics and everything. Kahoot, I do like. I like Kahoot. I haven't touched it in years because the last time I played Kahoot was back when I was in like year 10 or like year 11, which is. So I'm in year 3 of uni now, so 1, 2, 3. That's like 5, 6 years ago. I haven't touched Kahoot in like 5 or 6 years. I know it's criminal, but I just haven't. I think I'll go for a tycoon. I mean, I've seen a lot of ideas here, and they are very good ideas, except I'm either not qualified to build them, or they're not really suitable in terms of Robloxiness. So screw it, let's make a tycoon. Let's make a tycoon about... What have I been into recently? Ooh, we could make a tycoon about city building, right? Because I've been binge watching urban planning YouTube recently. Oh, thanks, Liverpool. 1 second. I'm just responding to Noble. We just said, have good luck with your stream. He's so sweet. I love my friends. Rohoot. I would want to make I want to make Kahoot at some point though. That would be kind of fun. Maybe just as a prototype, but I'd still want to make it. Yeah, we could do like a city building tycoon. That'd be fun, right? Where you could just like put down houses and everything, and you could like with like shops, and then that would be really good as well because then we can like make it a network thing where it's sort of like you have a bunch of people and you can go visit them and whatever, and see their little cities. I kind of vibe with that. We could do that. I've never tried to build a city builder before, but I know how to build tycoons. I know sort of like you can make some very simple mechanics. We can make it nice and easy to digest. Open team creates a chat and watch it devolve into anarchy. We could have like a little sandbox sort of thing, right? Like it'd be kind of funny if we just had like a second instance of Studio open, which was just open to like team create, so you guys could just build whatever in the background, just drop in every so often. I don't think I know how to set up the permissions for that though. I mean, you could presumably tie it to a group, but I've only ever used team creative individuals, so I'll look into it for next time. I think that'd be kind of fun. I like that idea. But anyway, the most important part of any tycoon is the skybox, as we all know. So let's choose a sky. I want to choose something that would look good with a city, like scattered clouds. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I need a sun. Give me the sun. And we're going to make this sky look immediately a shit ton better. Wait, I'm already using that sun. Why is it so bright? Oh, is it the sun angle? Yes, it is the sun angle. Let's fix that right away. Sun rays. Make it a bit more subtle. 0.35. How does that actually look? Can I tell? Yeah, that looks good. Depth of field we don't need. Bloom is fine as it is. We are going to need some grass. G for grass. This is quite bright. I might knock down the brightness. Well, actually, I could just knock down the exposure compensation, can't I? 0.1, 2, 3. Lovely. Oh, I love the color of that. No, bad idea. Okay, yeah, true. That is sort of the moderation problem. Just make an alt and add everyone as friends on it or whatever permission it. Yeah, but I'm also live streaming it from my main account. Um, Using an alt account is not going to save me from the banhammer. They're gonna know it's me, especially if I open it up on stream. Yeah, okay, so rest in peace that idea. We'll make this cobblestone because cobblestone looks kind of nifty. And I guess we'll just divide the map up into 4. Oh, right, I need to change this. I usually use like Studio Build Suite, but I don't really feel the need to right now. This is very simple stuff, and we'll just make it like 300 long. Let's make it exactly 300 long. I don't actually know how big my tycoon lots are going to be. Again, I have not planned any of this. This looks kind of bad. So what I'm going to do, that 12, I'm going to make that 8 to give it a nice little effect. I'm going to God, I love the summoning handles right here. Thank God for that. And like that. And we'll resize the base plate as well to make it not so ridiculously big. 512 by 512? That's too small. 612 by 612 should be perfect. Oh, yeah. I'm too good at this. Anyway, we obviously need to decorate this path a bit. So let's make some planters. Because plants are pog. I did not mean to drag the view selector. You know what? Go down in that corner. Don't bug me. Let's go for... Okay, so 300 divided by 10 is 30. So let's go for 24. 24 is a nice number. Do we like 24? I like 24. Cat Factory Tycoon. Just spent an extraordinary amount of effort to make it an entire game jam. Dog Toy Tycoon. You know me too well. I need a human scale reference. Thank you. So that's how large a person is. I just want to have like little cutesy little like planters. So maybe we'll just do like grass on top of there. So, and then we'll make it. Did we choose forest green? We chose forest green, yeah. Okay, so firstly I need to actually start naming my stuff. So we will. Where's F2? Wait, F2 doesn't work. What's the? Oh, you can't rename in bulk. What? Okay. Path. And then we'll group this all together and we'll call this pathways. And this we'll group and we'll call this planter. And this is grass. And this is base, I guess. 24 best number, fight me. Bark, dog toys. Did you know the Roblox career site is changed? Has it? I didn't because I am not looking for a job right now. So, I mean, I'd love to be employed by Roblox. It's just that I don't have a resume. So if we set our scale to 30 studs. Does this look terrible? It could look better. I definitely want to keep the entrances to the cities the tycoon lots. How many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so about what I predicted there would be by my crude calculations. I don't know. So I'm going to do, I'm just going to do that. And it will look fine and nobody will care. Because we'll call this, planter row. Alright, I need to change my move scale back. Maybe it should have been 0.5, but 1 will do. Oh my god, I love the summoning handles. Ah! So good. Ooh. We get a little bit of free ornamentation. A bit of free Z fighting as well. Okay, should we fix that? I actually kind of like the way it looks. Believe it or not. I'll keep it. Why not? Alright, so we have 4 lots. We should probably expand this in the future, but this will do for now. We'll probably do like 6 in the future. Now we need to actually decide where the entrances to each lot will go. So we'll build out one and then we'll just copy paste it to the rest, and we'll use like tags and everything to tag them. So I feel like the green is too green. I kind of like it. I like vibrant colors. I'm one of those guys. Maybe I'll make the base plate a bit less bright. Give it a bit of color contrast. Make it olive. Yeah, look guys, we've done it. It's not green anymore, it's yellow. Or green yellow, or mold coloured. Ooh, dark green kind of has a vibe to it though. Parsley green? Maybe a dark green? Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Where's pick? Planter grass. And we will set that all to be the same color. It definitely is an unrealistic shade of green. I think maybe if I set this to regular dark green. Sea green? Sea green. And that also gives it a bit more color contrast as well. Color is important. Yeah, color is important, right? Now, also at the same time, we are currently just sketching out a thing, essentially. So we can make this transparency a bit more subtle. Do we even need decal at all? I'll just get rid of it. There we go. Horizon line is definitely a bit lacking. But who cares right now? We just need to get the actual thing done. We need to stay on task. So here's what I'm going to do. Like that. Then set this to 8 and we get it centered perfectly. Way. Shrink this down. Okay, now I need to actually like that. Lovely, lovely. Just sanity check, that's 3. This is 5. Yep, good. Cobblestone, anchor it. This will be sort of the entrance. And oh, you know, it'd be kind of funny. It'd be kind of funny if we did like the classic 2-pole thing with like it's like the gate almost, right? We should totally do that. So 3. So that would be 1 like this. Go for a nice little slim svelte style. How tall should it be? Where's my human reference? I think I deleted him. It's really important to keep a human reference so you can see if your things are humanly scaled or not. So this will be gate. What's it called? It's like a pole, or like there's a proper name for it. Gate pole. We'll just call it gate pole. And we'll make it wood and reddish brown. And I'm liking these old school vibes again right now. It's probably just a me thing because I'm old. Go for fossil like that. Could we do like a little inset thing? Would that be kind of quirky? I think it would be kind of quirky. Let's do it. Yeah, that works. You should make the entire map with fusion. I could, but that'd be really difficult. But we could. I'll get back to you on that one. Sea green is the best green. You cannot change my mind. I don't know. I'm very partial to forest green. I used to be very partial to camo, if that tells you anything about what I was like as a kid. I like the way the plant things look, but you should fix the Z fighting. Can't be bothered. It's not that big of a deal. Roblox repeat modifier when? It's so obvious, but such a good tip. Thank you. I love you. Marry me. Is that about the centering thing? Because if so, yeah, it's really good. Non-scriptable properties. I've entered the chat. Oh, right. With regards to Fusion. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to do much with mesh parts, but we'd have to sort of clone those in from templates, and Fusion does not have good support for that right now. I'd quite like to change that. Might be an idea to use Fusion for the interactive parts. Yeah, I do intend to use Fusion for a lot of the interactive stuff in this game, just so I can show you how it works, right? Because that's the entire point of the stream. So we select this. This is not the gate pole. This is the gate itself. This gate pole here, we're going to assign, we'll say this is the name or the owner pole. This will show you who owns the tycoon, right? Yeah, that works. And so we have this sort of path going here. And then it'd be nice to have a little perimeter so you know where the actual bounds of your tycoon is. So what would be a good tile size, I think? Maybe 6. It's not consistent with that, but then it means that... 8 or 6. 8 or 6. 8 or 6. 8 or 6. 8 does seem a bit big. 6 seems a little bit cuter. I'll go with 6. So if we resize this down to 6, how large should our map be? So we have 300, so if we do 300 divided by 6, we have 50. Except we don't actually have 300 studs to work with because you have the planters and padding and everything. We'll go 48. 48 on this axis will bring us to... Oh, perfect. That is literally perfect. I could not have asked for a better map size. So we just... Because we now go up to 288. Here. Set this to black. This is just a temporary part so that we can do this, and we should rename these parts to perimeter. Rotate it like that, remove the temporary part, and then all we need to do is select those two parts, 290, and there we go. That is a 48 by 48 map with 6 by 6 tiles. Which also raises another problem in that we can't center this because it's an even size map. I did not think about that. Oops. Let's go 47 by 47. 45 by 45. I do like how that lines up. Well, we might just have to do something quirky. That looks so dumb. I kind of like it. Or maybe we can take advantage of that asymmetry to put an actual proper sign up. I kind of like that. So if we keep the center reference there, move that there, and we'll just do this here, and we'll call this sign. And here's what we're going to do. If we go like that, like this, that, very descriptive, I know. And like that, set the material to cobblestone. Do smoky grey, that works. That. Because I'll have a sign and a gate at the same time. And so this will be the sign body, and we need the orientation indicator for that. That's the front. Yep, good. So we actually chose the perfect quadrant to do this in. Good job, me. We could actually do a bit of color contrast here, I think. Kind of like fossil. That looks nice, I think. We'll just call this sign. To call it trim, I guess. Maybe we could even experiment a bit with like doing something fancy on the sides or something. So we do like 0.5. And then we can like do something like that. That looks kind of fancy. That looks good enough for me. I like that. I like that. You can make these slimmer if you wanted to. Doesn't matter too much. We have something here anyway. So that will lie on the grid. So if we had like 0.56, just be like a ground tile or something. So this actually does lie on the 48 by 48 grid. I calculated it all in my head because I am a nerd. And it's still centered looking because you have two objects there. You should do a Blocks dev stream one day, lol. I would, but Blocks is closed sourced, so I'd have to kind of figure out what I'm doing there. I like the way something's... Oh wait, no, that's an old message. I just recently joined the Blocks Discord and I just love all the new textures and features, and especially title screen. Why, thank you. I do want to get back to working on Blocks. I just need to build up some momentum for working on games first, which is kind of what the stream is doing. Blocks News stole my tweet. Amazing. Did. Show me. I want to see. I want to see. I'm really bad at staying on topic, aren't I? Ah, I see. Right. Hey Max, you're on TV. Anyway, so now we'll just start working with this, right? Um. Oh, right. You know what this needs? Sorry. Almost perfect. You know what I should just be doing? Move 6 studs at a time. You can just snap it like that. What this needs is a personal spawn point. So size 4, 0.5, 4. Do it like that. 16 and a half. 16. So I actually do need to slightly adjust this in order to be as correct as possible, even though nobody will notice. Like 0.25 of a stud difference. There you go. Personal spawn point. Yeah. Okay. And I'm guessing if I show the orientation indicator, that also works. Fantastic. I do kind of want to... There we go. Fantastic. All right. So now what? Okay. So we have the tycoon lots. And we have all the pathways and everything. I reckon it's time to start writing some server scripts. So, oh, you know what we need to do and I haven't done yet? Need to import Fusion. There you go, we got Fusion. Okay, now. Now that's done. Okay, guys, I need your opinion on something. Should we be using workspace, the global variable, or should we do local workspace equals get service workspace? This is a really controversial thing, and I'm still undecided on it. Yeah, even if no one notices, it'll bug you in the back of the mind, and you'll see it every time you don't fix it and see it. Yeah, that's exactly what will happen. Also, wait, we've been going for an hour already? Well, I mean, I guess that also does include like the 20 minutes from beforehand, but we've been going for 40 minutes already. Are you not going to use VS Code? I don't think so. I do love Rojo, and I do love VS Code. But I think for this project, I will just stick to Roblox Studio, just for the purposes of demonstration. Okay, I want to show you that you don't actually need all that crazy stuff to actually make this work. Oh, you know what I should have been doing? I should have been grouping this. So this is personal spawn. This is gate. I guess we should call this gate body. This is sign. Like that. This is a path. And we have the perimeters. So we can group this into perimeter. That would be very descriptive, I know. Perimeter, path, and we can group this into lot. And we'll add tag lot to it. Can I rename it? Rename to lot. There we go. Lot. Right. Yeah. Server script time. Planters. Getting there too. Planters, pathways. We'll group this into what would be a good name for it? It would be public space. There you go. So we have a lot now. And so we're going to need to start allocating some lots. So Roblox style guide is clear on workspace. Okay, sure. So we'll just do local players equals game get service players. And we'll do local function on player join player. Local function on player leave, should we do? On player leave, player. We're going to need both of these things. Players.player added connect on player join and players.player removing connect on player leave. And this is the bit that everyone forgets. For player in pairs, players get players. Because your script might be running after the game has started and people have already joined. And so you need to account for that. On player join, well, what we should really be doing here is task dot spawn we'll go for on player join player. That should work, right? I'm using that correctly, I think. And so I'm going to keep it very simple for that. I'm keeping it all in one script. We'll refactor this later. Local lots equals this. We'll do local function initialize lots. Just as a bit of a organizational thing. Or we don't even need to do that. We just do initialize lots. So we're going to need collection service. Collection service. What I'm going to do, I'm going to store all of the lots inside of this table so that we can refer to them later and we can store some metadata like players and stuff. Or do we need to do that? We could store it with attributes. What I will do is I will get rid of the table and we'll see if we can do this with attributes. Should we do it with attributes? No, we're going to need arrays, so we'll do this. Because this will work out better for us in the long term. Say for underscore lot model in pairs collection service. Yeah, this is the bad thing about not using VS Code. I'm not used to this autocomplete. Get tagged lot. Do say local lot. Ooh. Should we do a type def for lots? Sure. Type lot equals model. That'll be it for now. So lot equals model equals lot model. And this is of type lot. So say lots lot equals true because order does not matter. And so we're going to make it a set. And so we'll do a type def for set as well. Type set t equals t boolean. If we had singleton types, I'd set t to true, but like, yeah, whatever. So model is lot model. Oh, we need owner as well. We should probably be strict typing this. Model owner equals player and say owner equals null. So be explicit about it. Oh, right, this is an array, so we should be using iPairs. Thanks for that. Please just install Bill Thomas's plugin to do it for you. Do what for me? Yeah. The other good thing about using Roblox's editor is that the LSP is a lot more refined because it is literally the Roblox LSP. Whereas VS Code's Roblox LSP extension is just kind of mimicking it, which actually does cause a few problems in some code bases like Fusion. And I can't rely on it, really. But I do prefer the actual like IntelliSense and like keyboard shortcuts and all that sort of stuff. This will be fine. Anyway. So now we need to allocate a lot. So we'll say local function, allocate lot. And say owner, player. And it will return an optional lot. Because we only have a finite number of lots, we may end up having more players by accident than that number. So we'll just do for lot in pairs lot. Wait, well, we don't need to allocate lots because we have gates, right? I should probably split this off into a module script. Let's do that. Lot. Return lot. So we could do like a binder sort thing. So let's do that. So the class is that. Local function lot. Lot model. Local self equals model equals lot model. Owner equals nil. So we can do something like this, where lot returns a lot. Then we just do return self like that. So this is obviously going to error now. So local server script service. Inget service server script server. Did not mean to do that. Local lot equals requires server script service dot lot. Type lot equals lot dot lot. And then type lot dot lot. Alright, I need to export type. Right, export type. We'll say this is Fusion Friday game. Sure. Yeah, Roblox LSP is good, but its type checking is bad, and so I don't want to use it. Let's make a types module. So we have local types. Those types, and then type lot we do types.set types.lot. Now we can use this from any module script. This will equal types.lot, like so. Strict type checking. Do that. And to close the description, is that easier than typing a single character? I don't know. So let's think. I'm going to try something new. because I was talking about this on Twitter a while back, how I don't like metatable based OOP. Let's try and not do metatable based OOP. How's that for a change? So the lot model set attribute owner ID is -1. Should we do that? Does that make sense to do? We'll roll with it for now. And what we'll say is we just need to get something down, right? So lot model wait for child. Do we wait for child? No, we don't. This is the server. Dot gate dot Anna Minus is going to have something to say about this, but who cares? Wait, actually, what we need function self set owner self dot owner equals owner, and then we can do set owner nil. Say dot model. Oh, we'll do self dot model for consistency. Actually, self dot model set attribute owner ID. If owner is not nil, then owner dot user ID else -1. Right? Yes, we need to add the type. Set owner. So this is type lot player, like that. What? Oh, is it sealed? Yeah, so luau. Oh, you sweet, sweet menace. Self.model equals lot model. Self.owner equals now. I see how it is. Self.model equals model. Self.owner equals now. Type player could not be converted into nil. No, I'm not going to use normal OOP, and you know why? It's because it requires metaprogramming, and I don't believe in metaprogramming. Metaprogramming is dumb. What should I do here? Because it's not going to work. Why is this not going to work? Why is this not allowed? I'll get rid of that. So type model owner. So T1. So type one is a model. Why do you want to convert it to nil for? Well, that works. Gonna have headaches with these types? Yes, I am. Wait. What? Yeah, so if anyone working on Luau is watching this, what's this? Why is this not working? Well, you have the Reaper. Yeah, now it's broken again. Why is this not deterministic? Okay, by strict typing. Say type lot equals type of lot. Like that. I don't like that though. I don't like type of. Use extremely weak typing for these reasons. Yeah. Okay, by strict typing, I don't know you. I'm going to use you as an accessory. We can probably do this again, can't we then? Right? Can we? Are you going to be unhappy? Are you going to throw a temper tantrum? No? Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, so non-strict typing works perfectly fine for this. It's just that strict typing is so strict. Okay, lot model equals 2. Sure. That works. Need to get into more type checking. Only use it for parameters and return values. Hey, Eltop, can you make it so the early access players can enter block survival testing plays? I think it's good because then you can get player feedback other than screenshots. Block survival testing plays is currently not in a playable state, so no. The current plan is that the moment I actually have something like that kind of works-ish, that's when I'll open it. That is not right now. I mean, Blocks doesn't even properly have fusion yet, so yeah. So set owner does that, so we can do self set owner nil. All right, good. So now that we're back into sanity land, we can then also, so we'll say, see, this is one of the points where I would actually want to use fusion, but maybe we should do that on the client. All right, so we have owner there. So now we have lot allocation. And so we will say self.model.gate. You should not be doing this, by the way. You should be using find first child. Should I be doing that? Yes. Maybe. Does it make a difference? Find first child. Okay. Yeah. because yeah, find first child. Be nice if we had the null coalescing operator right now. So say I'm going to make this a utility module. So say local. So say we call it safe find. Sure. Local function safe find ancestor instance. What's the syntax for variadics again? Is that it? Yeah, and then instance like that. So local target equals ancestor. And no target is going to be while target is not nil, or should we say so? Is it for name in ipairs? This is just that we do like a find first child chain essentially. In ipairs, all of our arguments we give it do target equals target find first child name. If target equals nil, then return nil. Yeah. Alright. I mean, that's technically not type safe, but who cares? It's type safe enough. It's got a type safe interface. The implementation could be better. Local replicated storage. So what I'm going to do is local safe find equals require replicated storage dot safe find. And then we'll do replicated storage. Wait, no, we'll do self.model gate body. Let's see. If gate body is nil, oh, we should assert it really. So we'll say assert gate body is not nil. And say internal error. Lots need gates with bodies. Can you check if when you create two classes if the OOP functions are the same reference? Because then it would be not so much of a problem. Recently there was a change in Luau to how function identity works. Basically, if you create a function like this, Luau may optimize it so that you don't actually create a function, but you reuse it, even if it has different up values, which is just like a different variables in scope. So it's a really nice optimization. I quite like it. And my theory is that with it, this kind of OOP is actually probably going to be preferable for the sake of the type system, because metatables fuck up the type system really bad. And honestly, I don't really see much of a way they can do much about it. So gate body dot touched connect function apart. Local player who touched player is nil. So for player in pairs, players get played like so. We'll do if player dot if player.character is not nil, so they're alive, and player.character is ancestor of other part. Does it? No, it doesn't. Other part is going to be type base part. Then player who touched equals player and break. If player who touched is not nil, then you should probably also say if owner, if self.owner is not nil, then return. Could we do this? Absolutely not. I don't know why I asked. Super off topic, but type generics have never made sense to me. They're actually relatively simple in concept. It's essentially saying, give us a type and we'll substitute it in here. So when I say set t like this, then I could do like local set of type set number equals, I don't know, like that. And what this is doing here, so the t here, we substitute in the type number. And so wherever we use type t in the definition, it gets replaced with number. And so in this case, this would be exactly the same as writing set of number boolean. Right? Relatively simple. So these two lines are equivalent. Yeah, that's how that works. We need players. So players equals game get service players. So if this was touched by a player, and set the owner to the player who touched. Fantastic, and that shouldn't have any race issues or anything. You know what we could do? We could make lot deallocation handled centrally too. So players dot player removing connect. Player who left, like that. If player who left is the owner, then self set owner nil. This is not accounting for like having to clean up and stuff, but this will at least get us part of the way there. Right, so we now have lots, and they are now working. We don't really need this code anymore. Let's test it out. Probably going to spawn at one of the personal spawns. There's a 4 in 5 chance. Where is it? Here it is. They see me rolling. They're hitting. Right. Anyway, so lot owner ID. When I touch this, it should change to be 1670764. Is it not anchored? Look, guys, we opened the gate. Okay. Yeah. Oh. I mean, the code works. It's just that maybe I need to remember to anchor everything. Okay, the entire workspace is anchored now. Cool. So now let's start taking a look at some client-side code, shall we? You know, your favorite bit. And I have a couple tricks here. So local player scripts equals game get service starter player not starter player scripts. You'll notice I'm not using the actual player scripts here. I'm using the actual starter player service to get all my player scripts. And what that allows you to do, it means you don't have to wait for child for anything. Because by the time your player scripts have replicated into your player scripts container, they will guaranteed already exist in starter player scripts because they have to, right? So this is just a really, really easy way to just completely simplify your code. So now you know. We're going to need collection service. Game get service, collection service. Should we do just like that? We can do basically the same thing. We just need players as well, so we can actually do that. Luau has no business having such nice syntax. Yeah, I quite like the syntax of Luau. I mean, it could obviously be better, but then again, this is not greenfield code development. Luau is building off of Lua 5.1, and so it inherits all the bad stuff from Lua 5.1. But I do think they are making some smart decisions with it. Yeah, we are going to do the same thing here, except we're going to designate this as client lots. So, paste. We don't want server script service. We want player scripts. This is going to be client lot. And we'll do the same sort of thing. So we don't need to wait for child for replicator storage. That's totally fine. We don't need server script service here. We do need player scripts. So let's drop that in here. You know what we could actually do with the set owner function, so I kind of actually regret deleting that. So there's a lot owner detection because this is on the client side. Self.model get attribute change signal owner ID. Connect function that self, so say local ID equals self model get attribute owner ID. Let's say if ID is -1, then self set owner nil, else self set owner players get player by user ID ID. Fantastic, I guess. Makes the pointer start to play on, no problem. Lua 5.5 when? I don't know. What do you think of my idea for blocks? I had an idea, I said it on your Discord, but what if blocks were split into two parts? Part 1 focuses on the game functionality, part 2 is all about aesthetic and upgrading textures. Kind of like caves and cliffs. The answer there is that aesthetics is not the bottleneck with blocks. The bottleneck with blocks is the technology. So part 1 is what's taking the long time, and then part 2 would just be like easy peasy. So that's not a good way of dividing up the work. I'm still figuring out what the best way to approach blocks is, and I will update you when I figure it out. But that is not today, unfortunately. So do collection service, get instance added signal for lot, because remember, the client, unlike the server, may not like know where all the lots are in the beginning. It might have to load them in. It might be like a streaming enabled kind of deal. You know what I mean? You just need to fix all this. Lots client lot model equals true. So this would be lot model. And collection service. Get instance removed signal. Not connect. Function lot model. And now we're going to need destroy function. We know what we should be doing here. This should be a set, well, not a set, it should be a map from a model to a client lot, so that we can index this by lot model. Let's say lot model destroy, and then lot model equals nil, and we will now define the destroy function. Destroy and take client lot, and it will return nothing. And this would be a good time to write a made. So made local function made tasks is this. Say local cell tasks equals nil. Well, the task is going to be an array, sorry. And this will be an array of task. So export type task is going to be instance, or it's going to be callback, or RBX script connection, or it's going to be destroy callback, like that. Yeah, that works. Return made. So then we really should be, you should be doing this in the types module. So we should say export type task, export type made equals add a task and task like that, and then destroy is just take itself, return nil, like that. And then here, well, we should really call this something else because otherwise we'll have a name conflict. So call it R types, replicated types. Local replicated storage, like that. And then R types equals require replicated storage dot R types. And then we can say this returns R types dot made R types dot task function self, add task, task, task. No, task. There we go. Return task there, and then table insert. Really, what we should be doing is that. All types of task. I always forget how this works. We can't define variadic return types. Alright, we'll stick with the single one then. We could probably infer it. No, but we can't define it in types. It needs to be writable. And anyway, relying on inference is a bad idea. And you should also probably start writing names in here as well. Just say owner, owner, like that. Cool, 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 cool. So task, task. Function, self, destroy. And what we'll do, we'll go through the task in reverse order and destroy them. So we'll say while the task 0, do table dot remove tasks 1. Okay, local task type task. Do we need this? Yes, apparently you do. R types dot task. We'll just assert task not equals now. Internal error. Task is somehow nil. Because that could happen, right? If you do something funky with like, I don't know, mixed tables or something, I guess? Maybe? No, I don't think it could happen. I hope it doesn't happen. My internet here is too trash to watch, but I hope you're making good progress. Okay. I'm making a maid myself because it's not worth importing a library. I'll just do it myself because it's not that hard to do. Type of task is instance, then task destroy. Are you sure about that? Task can be an instance. Wait, so if I do print task. Alright, cool. So this does correctly narrow the type. Go to type string its instance and destroy. Still doesn't work. Turn self. Yeah, and you're going to be seeing a lot more of that. Or maybe we could just do that. And then we can do task destroy, maybe? Possibly? No, it's not worth it. No. Else if type string equals rbx script connection. Disconnect. I want to clean up the way that this looks, but it doesn't matter. Otherwise, if this is a table, and destroy, what other types do we have? Get a function. Type string is table. And task dot type of task dot destroy is not, or is a function. Then destroy. Okay, we'll just do task any destroy. We've already done all the assertions we need. Else if type string is function and task. Alright, yeah, we need to type coerce it like that. Else warn unexpected type passed to made type string. Easy peasy. That's our made implementation right there. So now what we can do self destroy and do local made equals made. And we should probably be consistent with our capitalization. So made add. Why the hell did you suggest that? Autocomplete. What the hell is it? I'll sort you out. That. And the self-destroy will just be made destroy. Easy peasy. Task is also the library. Yep, it is also the library. But we don't need it. So, no, at least not in the made. Yeah, also, by the way, it is a very good idea to try and implement these sort of libraries yourself from time to time. At least that once. So that you can get an understanding of how it works internally. I'll also do local made equals made here. Just so we have that infrastructure. And we'll just pop this all in one clump at the top so we don't lose it. Types client lot, types lot. So this will be, well, we will have destroy at the top, of course. Destroy is going to take a lot and return nothing. And destroy is going to be, it doesn't actually need the one thing, does it? So yours complete is amazing. Amazing at working against you. Absolutely. Just like the type checking. But the type checking is useful, at least for expressing intent, and that's why I intend to keep using it. Cool. So go to our main local script. Not model destroy. Key destroy not found in table client. Not you sure about that? I thought so. And we can actually now do the same here in our server script. Just in case we decided to. Type boolean does not have key destroy. Aha, yes, because we are doing things weird. So lot model is model to types dot lot. Yes. Okay, please don't error. Sick. All right. So now we can do some client-side stuff. After all this setup, what we're going to do is we're going to do self dot we find the gate body, and we'll do gate body dot parent equals if owner is nil, then nil, else. No, we should not do that. Okay, gate body that can collide. Firstly, can collide should be false. So we don't need to worry about it. And then transparency equals... Oh, we could use a bit of fusion here maybe for that, like animating it, but then also... Should we... We could use fusion state objects. So let's do that. Let's use a bit of intermittent fusion. We need replicated first fusion though. And the reason I've decided to put it in replicated first is because I might want to use it for a loading screen UI as well. So local state equals fusion dot state local computed equals fusion dot computed local spring equals fusion dot spring local compat equals fusion dot compat. I don't like these names, but they will be changing anyway. So self dot model is not model. Self dot owner is going to be state nil. Then self dot owner set owner. Well, we don't even need a set owner then, right? Or do we? We don't need it. We just don't. We do not need it. And then go say this is. That's lot owner detection. It's just doing a bit of freestyling here. There's a gate opening, closing. We use a do block to keep our variables in. It only took 65 minutes to actually use Fusion. Oh yeah, well this is also like a game development thing, right? So in general. So local anim Oh, no, we need to keep it in scope. So local anim transparency equals spring computed function. Was it? Oh, we call it anim show. So say return if self.owner get is nil and 0 else then 1 else 0. So show it if we have no owner and hide it if we don't. And then we animate that with a spring. Then compat anim show. So we'll do self.made add compat anim show. Well, it's not self.made, it's just made. So compat anim show on change function. And then we do gate body dot transparency equals anim show get. We'll do that 1 minus anim show get. And I think that should be good. And if it isn't, then oops. Please work, please work, please work, please work, please work, please work, please work. Yeah, look at that. It faded out and everything. We could do it in slow motion. So let's set spring to 5. Will be like 10 times slower. Well, it will be 10 times slower. It's a exact relationship. It's one of the nice things about fusion springs. Watch this. Ta-da! Actually, kind of like it slower. I always go for 50 as the default, but maybe 15 will be better. We could also animate position based on it. So do gate body dot. Should we do size? Or what should we do? I'll just do a simple fade. Fade is classy, right? Alright. So now we need owner nameplate. So we want to do a bit more fusion, guys. Please indent the then else. What are you talking about? We need to know how springs work and behave. They're relatively simple to understand once you like get the gist of it. Because it's just like it's almost like so anim show instantly changes from 1 to 0, right? So it's sort of like you can think of it like we're sort of holding like a physical spring, I guess, in our hand. So we just have like, I don't know, do I have anything to represent a physical spring? I mean, I have the springs on here, but I can't really take those off. I could, but it's not a good idea to. So we're holding like a spring in our hand, and our hand is instantly changing position. Now we have something really heavy on the other end, and this heavy thing on the other end is the value of the spring. And so when we move our hands like this, it's sort of the heavy thing moves because the spring doesn't want to be extended. And so sort of like that and like that. And it's also the reason why springs look nice and smooth is because they're physically simulated. So if we like changed it up and down really quickly, it'd preserve momentum. So it'd be like this sort of thing. Yeah, that's basically springs in like 1 minute. Yeah, so let's actually make the nameplate now. So I'm going to start organizing a bit more. I haven't really been organizing too much thus far. I've been more focused on getting it to work. So We'll call this nameplate. No, now we're getting into some real Fusion code here, you know, the good stuff. Well, new is fusion.new, local children is fusion.children, local function nameplate props returns instance turn nameplate type props is going to be Adorny base part, which is going to be required. Oh, we need replicated first. Just to check something, yes, state or value is exported, but it's also erroring. What should we do about that? Should we just monkey patch Fusion? Absolutely. We'll just get rid of that because we don't actually need that type right now. There you go. If you're using Fusion with your type Lua codebase, you can do that too. Proper type Lua support is coming in v0.2, and it's basically already done, so it's guaranteed. So it's like linear motion? No, it's not linear. It's smooth. It's like physically smooth. So it has a smooth acceleration and it smoothly decelerates and it preserves momentum and everything. So it's very, very, very smooth motion. It's very nice. It's very responsive. So we've got Adorny, owner. Maybe we did need the state thing. Export type state t equals types.state t. Which, if I remember correctly, should be fine. Yes. These are very rudimentary types in v0.1, so yeah. Sorry about that. So owner is going to be fusion.state functional player, like that. And then we just do return new billboard GUI. Parent is going to be player GUI, so local player GUI, or let's say local players. This game get service players. So it'll be players.localPlayer. Find for class player GUI. Adorny equals props.adorny. Say fusion.state or value base part. In case you wanted to change it, I guess. Right, yes. We should be using Pascal case because that's the convention. Is there any like easing style that would work like a spring? No, because tweens are fundamentally not physically simulated. Tweens are simple pre-baked animations. They will not ever replicate the look of a spring. You just can't do it. Like tweens don't work like that. You just have to choose one of the tweens that you like the look of. You won't be able to replicate a spring with a tween. Let me actually get out a billboard GUI so I can see what properties we need to set. So always on top would be a good one. So always on top is true. Could organize this with unchanging properties up here and then the props-based ones there. So always on top, enabled, yes, extends offset. That just, if that does what I think it does, extends offset world space 0, 1, 0. And then if I resized it, it'd stay at the top. Yes, it would do that. Cool, just checking. So extents offset world space equals vector3.new 0, 1, 0, so appear at the top. Studs offset from there will be vector3.new, one stud above, like that. Light influence equals 0. Always on top, reset and spawn equals false. Max distance is going to be 100. Why not? I think that's everything, really. We could probably group this a bit more sensibly, like that. Then children. Oh, we need to define a size, don't we? Oops. What size should we go for? Size equals udem 2 dot from scale. These are going to be doing this in world units. It's technically possible, but at that point it's just the internals of a spring with the API between. Yeah, basically. And I mean, in Fusion, springs and tweens have the same API basically anyway. The only difference being that with springs, you're sort of modifying two numbers instead of one tween info, which is actually less parameters if you think about it. But so a spring is easier to modify than a tween, and it's more flexible, and it looks better. So just learn springs, right? So udem2 from scale will do a scale of like 12 on the x-axis, and the y-axis will just do 2. Should we do 2? I don't know if we should do 2. We'll do 1 for now. This will give us plenty of room for a text label. And we should be naming our things. Name equals nameplate. And so this is going to be plate text with a background transparency of 1. Size from scale 1, 1. Text will be a computed. Say local owner equals props dot owner get. Right, yes, this is that. So say if, we'll say return if owner equals 0, then vacant, else string dot format s's plot owner get. Wait, owner get? No, owner dot display name. There you go. Text scaled. We'll set to true. Font. Ooh, do you guys want to play the pick a font game? I love playing the pick a font game. First things first, need to be able to see the font before we can pick it. We have a Matic SC. That could be kind of fun. You could do like the Comic Noia. Fredoka 1. Gotham is a bit of a standard one, honestly. Indie flower. We need to think about our UI design as well, though, actually. That's right, because we are going to have UI in this game, so we need to consider how the UI is going to look. Nunito's a good one. We've got Oswald. Patrick Hand. Yeah, I haven't really done a UI with a handwritten font before. You know what? I'm gonna do it. That'd be kind of quirky. Patrick Hand, let's go. I don't know why I deleted that. I still needed that. Oh well. Patrick Hand. Text color 3. New, we'll set it to white. Text truncate would be a good one. Text truncate at end. Then children, we'll add a UI stroke. So something I want you to notice here is that you don't actually have to create an array of children. If you're just adding one child, you can just add it indirectly. I think that's kind of nice. Transparency 0.25. Color is color 3.new 000. And the thickness is 2. We'll go 4. And the theory is now if we go to client lot, own nameplate, I'm gonna say local, say made add nameplate. Donny equals owner poll and the owner equals self.owner. Of course, we need to define owner poll here. Gate owner poll. Lots need gates with owner polls like that. And local nameplate equals require player scripts.ui.nameplate. See, this is the great thing about having types. You catch errors like that. We'll just do it like that, just because it looks kind of nice. That's the only reason why. So now, in theory, vacant, yes. And then when we touch it, L-Top's plot. How simple is that? Fusion is lovely, right? You didn't have to worry anything about mounting or life cycles or anything. Do we really want always on top on this? I'm going to get rid of always on top. I don't like it. Yeah, it's that easy. You just make the instances, pass in your state objects, you're flying. Of course, if you wanted to like animate it properly, then you also have all the other stuff to consider. But like, yeah, there we go. That looks nicer. And you get proper anti-aliasing on it because it's done in world space. Woohoo! But it's not magic. Yeah, it's not magic. It feels like magic. It's like it's a fantastic party trick. That's what it is. How long have we been going for? We have been going for 2 hours. Well, we're just getting started. Well, my water bottle was so loud. I don't have tea in there today, unfortunately. It's squash. So we have our nameplates now. We should really do something about the sign. Right, yeah, because we were actually going to show this on the sign, not the post, right? I totally didn't forget that. What do you mean? No, you forgot that. So we actually put it on the wrong thing. This is completely wrong. So, firstly, this is not a nameplate. This is a lot sign. I'm such an idiot. Oh my god. I love being an idiot. Sign text. So this is going to be a surface GUI. You can still keep it in there. Just isn't Adorny, props Adorny, that's all good. Client lot. Lot sign, like that. So Adorny is going to be sign body here. Lots need signs with bodies. Sign body. This should work. And if it doesn't, then yeah, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't, because I haven't set any of the properties. What am I doing? I'm daft. If we just do that, what does it look like by default? And we'll take it from there. So we have vacant. Yeah. Out of slot. Well, hey. See, Fusion's simple, guys. You could easily refactor your code. Hmm. I could really do with function keys right now, or like some kind of like something like Resilims transformers where you can just like create some almost like design tokeny sort of things where you can just like immediately borrow a bunch of properties. But luckily, we can do something about it. We can add a sort of like middleware if we wanted to. I'd like to clarify, this is probably not going to be a best practice in the future, but for now it's fine, I guess. So say so do with props, and this will be local function with props. And this will be any because I can't be bothered to properly define the types. That's roughly what it should be. Then this will return a function taking in some props. Oh, actually, we don't need to do that because we don't want to over define it. We just want to define it well enough that the contract is explicit. Function props any. This is actually an array of arrays here. Say local apply equal. Wait, no. This is the array of arrays. It should show up as that. It doesn't show up as that. So what we'll do here, we'll do a type def. So we'll say type props equals any. And then this will be a bit more sensible looking. There we go. And so we'll say for applied props in pairs apply do props applied props, or is it no, say for key value in pairs applied props do props key equals value, and then we'll do return props like that, return with props. And what this will allow us to do, and this in the future I plan to achieve this via function keys, which is slightly different. And this is actually not something I've actually tried before in an actual code base. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say styles here. So say local styles equals this. Styles dot font equals. See, we're learning together, guys. I find it weird that Roblox hasn't added array and dictionary as native types. Wait, array is natively typable. Like you can just do the two curly braces, right? So styles of font. The font is Patrick Hand. Text size equals, what's a good text size to go for by default with this font? You never know with Roblox because it's a total crapshoot. P for Patrick Hand. 14 is far too small. 28 maybe? 24? We'll stick with 28. 28 seems like a good text size. Return styles. Like that. So now what we can do, and this is going to be kind of wacky. I'm not going to claim this is not wacky, but I just want to try it. Is we can do new text label with props. Styles.font. I don't know. Should we do that? Is that a worthwhile thing to do? It's wacky. I like wacky things. I don't know if I like this wacky thing. It was replicated first. Yes. Very, very true. Local styles equals require player scripts.styles. Of course, we don't have player scripts because we are a dummy. How does this look? Does it work at all? Styles is not a valid member of starter player scripts. Right, it isn't. That's true. Because I'm an idiot. .ui.styles. Now will it work? We still have the text table in the corner. Oops. I mean, doesn't seem to have errored so far. This should have Patrick Hand. It does. Look at that. It's right there. So that's an interesting thing we could explore. Because now if I wanted to change the font wherever we use it, we say Gotham, like that. And now it'll show up with Gotham. So it is like a design token sort of thing. Like that. Huh? How's that? Is that funky? Is that funny? I think it's kind of interesting. Alright, anyway. Now's the bit where I go to developer.roblox.com respawn location. Because we need to make the spawn locations work. Fantastic. So okay, if self.owner nil, then self.owner.respawn location equals just hoist this out there. Default spawn. Right, guys, you're ready for the controversy? Equals workspace dot default spawn. We'll say workspace find first child. We'll do safe find. Because consistency is important. Yeah, that works. I'm going to say clean up old owner, set up new owner. Says if the new owner is not null, then that owner's respawn location is going to be self.model personal spawn. And then all we need to do is default spawn location here in our main script. We haven't actually started working on the actual tycoon side of things yet, but I'm just setting up all this infrastructure, I guess. The player who joined, respawn location equals, and we'll grab our safe find method again, because it's a good thing to do. Replicated storage equals game service replicated storage. So we safe find workspace default spawn. And of course we need workspace then, local workspace. No, it's not so bad once you start writing it out. No, I thought it'd be a lot more annoying. That's me telling Luau to shut up because I understand the risks. So we spawn here, and if we are, oh, we can't hit escape to reset, we will keep on spawning there. What lines on the script editor have always been there? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Yeah, so we always spawn here. We can run down. We should probably implement some kind of sprint feature. That'd be kind of nice. L-top slot. Okay, cool. Then we reset our character. And now we spawn here. We should probably spawn facing the other way. So let's fix that. Right? So, like that. And we will now spawn facing the correct way. I do realize this is almost like a tutorial series for how to build like a whole Tycoon game, but just like really extrapolated into a whole like VOD of a live stream. So I got L-top's plot. Reset our character. We could probably do to cut down on that respawn time. But yeah, there we go. So I believe we can actually safely duplicate this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place it on the opposite side first, and you will see why I do that. Like that. That looks about right. Now we can grab both of them, duplicate, rotate, done. We now have 4 plots. I'm well proud of myself. Yeah, we really need a sprint feature. I'm going to make a sprint feature. I mean, the only problem I can see right now is that we can actually get multiple plots. So we do need to sort of safeguard against that. See that we now have 2 plots. This is bad, right? So this is the sort of stuff that you never think about. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a module script, and I'm going to call it player lots, and I'm going to call this will just store this variable. This might look a bit weird to some people, but this is actually a very good way of storing global state so that you don't get cyclic dependencies. Now, everything can access this state without having to access it through another script. Say local player lots equals require server script service dot player lots. Like that. So now what we can do in lots is we can do local player lots equals require server script service dot player lots, like this. Oh, you mean these lines are the rulers? Yeah, I don't remember when they added those. Cyclic module dependency, player lots depends on lots. No, it doesn't. I was about to say that's not true, but hey, will you be happy now? Thank you. All right, so now, so we'll do down here. So just check if the owner is allowed. So to for other lot in pairs player lots. Do if other lot dot owner is the player who touched, then return. Basically just making sure that the player doesn't actually own any other lots. This should now work perfectly. And if it doesn't, then I'll be a little bit sad. Oh my lord, he coming. Right, so we get this plot. It's my plot. Mwahahaha. Now we keep on running a bit. And we try and get this one because we're sneaky. And we can't get it. I really like this. Still not sure if I like the with props thing. I think I might just try it for a bit and maybe I'll see if it sticks. So one thing I do want to do is I do want to be able to show a player a toast. And what I mean by that is that I want, like, when the player tries to, like, get a plot that they can't get, it'll show them like a message on the screen. Or maybe when they do get it, it could show them like a further message. So what I'll do is I will create a module script under here. And this UI will call it toast. Because everyone loves toast. It's a universal truth. Lot sign, we'll just copy you here. So type props, so we will have, so it won't take a parent because that could be implied by children. So we have message equals fusion.state or value of a string. Say timeout is just going to be straight up a number. That can't change. Cool. That works for me. So now we'll call it toast. And we return toast. Yes. So return new screen GUI. Name, we'll call this toast GUI. What we'll actually do here, we'll say local toast equals new screen. So toast GUI. Like that. Task.delay. Props.timeout. Function. And then we just need to destroy the toast, really. So what we'll do here, we'll say local is showing equals state false. Local anim show. Oh, don't we need an anim show? Do we need an anim show? Fuck it, we'll go for an anim show. Equals spring computed function. Let's say return if is showing get, then return. Well, it's not return, right? And then 1 else 0. So turn it into a number. Let's say is showing set false. Task.wait 2 and then toast GUI destroy. So the toast GUI manages its own life cycle. So we'll just say return toast GUI like that. Display order equals 100, I guess. That would be sensible. So now we say new frame. Props. Well, new text label would be fine, actually. Size, and then we'll do position equals udem2 or equals computed function like this. For background transparency, we also make a computed function. Return 1 minus 1 minus 0.25 times animShow get. If you're wondering what this is the sort of general equation for fading in something based on a variable. So basically, when animShow is 0, this becomes 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, so it'll be fully faded out. When animShow is 1, well then this just simplifies to 0.25. So you can fade it from whatever to whatever. It's very nice. Then we do return udem2.new, put it in the middle of the screen, put it at the bottom of the screen, then minus 100 times animShow get, I guess. Or should we do 100? Do 50. And yes, I am using offset. Sue me. So the text equals props.message. You can add another style. So say styles dot I don't know. I don't have a design system in place for this yet, so I'm probably not going to use the styles that much, but should we set automatic size? So automatic size equals xy, like that. And we should not format that like that because that looks terrible. So we'll do it like that instead. Make a new UI stroke, new UI padding. Padding top equals udem.new 010. Padding bottom, padding left, and padding right. Little UI design pro tip, by the way. It looks nicer when you make the left and right padding larger than the top and bottom padding. Trust me. Then new UI corner radius equals udem.new 10. Just nice, perfectly rounded corners. What else do I need? I just thought of something and I can't remember what it is. That's really annoying. Background color 3. Gonna be color 3.new000. We'll just test this real quick. So toast equals require player scripts dot UI dot toast. Whoa, wait. 5 do toast message equals bork. Timeout equals 2, and then we just make it 4. Wait, 3 do, I guess. We are missing is showing set true. I'll cause it to make an animation and it'll look really nice. Hopefully. There it is at the bottom. I know what I forgot now. I forgot a couple of things. The first thing I forgot is that animShow needs to have morph speed. So we'll go for 25 there. And the second thing is that this needs an anchor point. Equals 32.new 0.51. How big is your monitor? It's 1440p, so 2560 by 1440. Nice and big. We also need text transparency. Yes, sir. We can just simplify that like that. Let's see what this looks like. It looks terrible because the stroke doesn't animate either. We'll just get rid of the UI stroke. We don't need it. It's already on a dark enough background. Yeah, it has the nice, at least like 75% contrast ratio, I'm pretty sure. There we go, now I've got a little toast at the bottom of the screen. Hell yeah. How nifty is that? Right. So I kind of want it to be a bit closer to the middle of the screen. What will this look like? Will this look dumb? It might look dumb. Doesn't look terrible. I think what I might do, I might give it a bit of underdamping, so make it 0.5. And I'll also lower it down a bit. That looks fantastic. Yes. Look at that gorgeous springiness. I love it. And so now, whenever we want to create a toast, we can just create a toast. How fantastic is that? I know I've said that multiple times. So now what we're going to do, we're just going to create a folder. We'll call this remote here. We'll create a remote event and we will call it show toast. Hated storage. We can do toasts. Replicated storage dot remote dot show toast dot on client event connect message string or function message string toast. Say message equals message timeout equals 4. And this should not error. It does not error. Fantastic. And so now what we can do is we can go to lot and we can do replicated storage dot remote dot show toast via client for the player who touched here, and we'll say you can't have more than one lot. And here we'll just say now the owner of this lot and so this should now show us a nice little message. I'm looking forward to seeing if this works. You're now the owner of this lot. Hey. How's that? It's got a nice smooth looking animation. Let's go try and get another one because we're devious. We're devious, we're devilish, and other adjectives. Alright, yeah, we need to debounce it, don't we? Oops. My bad. We could do per player debounce, right? So say local debounce. We'll say you should really be doing this inside of a do block so our variables don't leak. Local debounce player boolean. What's this? Then debounce player who touched equals true. Task dot delay 5 will be decent. Debounce player who touched equals nil, like that. And then we can just stop it if the debounce is active. So we go run across, grab our little lot here. I'm now the owner of this lot. Fantastic. That's exactly what we want to see. And then this shouldn't do toast spam anymore. Yep. Oh, okay. That's not ideal. Why is it not doing that? Task.delay 5 function debounce player who touched equals nil. What's going on here? Right, yes, this needs to go up here. Because otherwise it just debounces it forever, which is not good. So now if we do this, now the owner of this lot, fantastic. Now let's go own this other lot. Can't have more than one lot. Oh, what a shame. There you go. Now it debounces properly. Right, so we're actually made pretty good progress so far. How long have we been going for? 3 hours? Fair enough. It's almost midnight here, is what I'm noticing. When should I stop? I think I'll stop relatively soon. Like, I mean, the first thing I've noticed, by the way, is that there are not enough trees here. I want trees. What kind of trees? More importantly, where did the trees go? Hmm. I don't know. Screw trees. We won't do trees now. The thing I definitely want to do is I want to do a shift sprint. So what we'll do, we'll just stick it in here for now. Shift to sprint. Let's say local walk speed equals 16, local run speed equals 32. And do a bit of user input service. This game gets service, user input service. The user input service dot input began. Yeah. The function input game processed. Game processed, then return. That seems reasonable. If input dot user input type equals keyboard. And we'll make this a multi thingy. Like this. And then input.keycode equals well, firstly we should be formatting these as constants. We'll say local run key equals left shift. And then we'll say and players.localPlayer.character is not null. Well, really we should be saying or the character is null. Then players.localPlayer.character. Oh, really what we should be doing is say local character equals local character. If character is nil, then return local humanoid equals character, find first child of class humanoid. And if humanoid is nil, then well, we should be asserting this because we don't expect this to go wrong. So assert humanoid is not nil. Internal error. Characters should always have a humanoid. So, humanoid.walk speed equals run speed. So now we simply copy paste input ended. Here we do not return if it's game processed. We always want to process an input end. And then just set it to walk speed. And this should give us exactly what we're looking for. Fusion Saturday? I don't know. I mean, I might just keep it to a Friday thing. Right, it's always going to be game processed as long as we have shift lock switch on. This is so much better. I just had a really dumb idea. I mean, firstly, the smart idea is to go to Start Player and turn off mouse lock option. But what about if we used Fusion to animate your walk speed? So, what we're going to do, we'll do a similar thing to what we did here. So we need replicated first equals game, get service, replicated first. Wait, wrong script. Oopsies. My bad. This is the server script. I really should have noticed that. They're very different looking. So the local is running equals state false. Local current walk speed equals computed function. This actually should be in a spring as well. Return if it's running, get, then run speed, else walk speed. And just like that. Then compat, current walk speed, on change function. Humanoid.walk speed equals current walk speed get. And then we can just say is running set true here. And then we can say is running set false. This is actually a really nice way of thinking about this sort of thing in terms of like code structure. At least I think so. So now our walk speed and run speed should be animated by a spring. That's quite nice. It feels a lot more natural for sure. I mean, we could even take this a bit further. We could animate the field of view. So say local walk fov is 70. Local run fov equals 80. I don't know. I don't know if that's really extreme or not. And say local current fov. And we'll capitalize that correctly. Humanoid the walk speed. We'll need current camera, right? So local workspace equals game get service workspace. And so say workspace dot current camera dot field of view equals current fov get. And so now that should work. Ah, oh, that's lovely. Yes, please. Just look how smooth that is. That has no right to be that smooth. You can even spam it and everything. Yeah. Awesome. All right, we have running done. What else do we want to do today? I mean, we should definitely lay some groundwork for actual like tiles, I think. That would be good. But I don't think I'm going to actually make a lot of progress on the actual tycoon side of it today, outside of what we've already done with the plot owning and everything. And the reason why is because that could start to get very technologically complex, and I don't want to embark on that this late. So I think I'll just... yeah, I think I'll just work on that, making the tiles show up. So we're going to need some tiles for that. So let's make them. Have a burst of motivation, but Roblox Studio just uninstalled itself. Why is your Roblox Studio uninstalling itself? That's kind of weird. Alright, so 6, half, and then 6. And then we copy the grass color over so it matches perfectly. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Definitely, I can feel it. Then we just do that. Edit pivot, maybe. World pivot position will do 0.5. Let's see what that looks. That looks about right. Yeah. Well, should we do 0.5 or should we do 0? Maybe we do 0. 0 seems like a good pivot point. So we'll just call this grass tile. Then we'll just make a few random tiles, I think. Ooh, let's move this. I will call this tree tile. Like that. These parts are not anchored. Let's anchor them real quick. Like that. And then half, half, half. Just build a mini little tree. Wood. Does the wood grain suck? Yes, it sucks. So let's make it not suck. Thanks, wood reviewer. I guess we'll do 3 on 1. Should we do 2.5? No, we'll send the 3 like that. Then we do 3, 3, 3. And then we can do a brighter grass color. What's the color we used here? Sea green. We'll use sea green. And then we make it a ball. And then we make it 4, 4, 4 because that's too small. Yeah, I kind of like that stubby little tree. Yeah, it's that old Roblox vibes. The tree tile like that. We'll just use these 2 for now. So we go into replicate storage. We'll call this tiles or something. Tree tile and grass tile. Drag you in there. And so now I need to make the tiles happen. Which makes me realize we don't actually have anywhere to store the tiles right now. So what we're going to do is we're not going to worry about that. Not today anyway. So we'll call this tile generation. Say local lot size equals 48. And now we're going to need some kind of origin point. Way. I didn't think about that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to budget. I'm going to call this lot area. Concrete. No, this is basically just going to be like a fake part. It's not going to really exist. No, this is just a marker to mark the area of the plot. So that's a lot area there. Just need to add this for our other lots. area. Nyum. And where's this lot at? It's this one. We just need to num it over here. And then num it over here. What am I doing? Because some of the handles don't need to do this awkward stuff. Something I'm noticing is that this lot area is currently a bit too high off the ground. Please stop being too high off the ground. That would be very convenient. Thank you very much. Let's check I haven't done the same here. Nope. About here. There. No. No. Okay, so should be good. Go here. That. Summoning the handles is actually a really useful feature, and I'm very happy that they added it. Now we just need direction indicators for these so we can rotate them correctly so that the C-frames are correct. And we want the fronts to be facing... What direction should forward be? I think forward should be facing away from the gates. Like that. That would be a good forward. That. So lot area, lot area, lot area. And this one will be already fine, I presume. Yep. Sick. Alright. Let's publish this quickly just so we don't lose our work, because I haven't actually done that yet. I think we should go tile size equals 6 here. And say lot area equals safe find with lot area. Not seed area markers. Like that. And say local lot size is going to be... Well, we can determine this dynamically from the actual size of it. So vector2.new lot area.size.x divided by tile size. And then we just math.floor that, just in case it becomes a fraction. And then math.floor size y divided by tile size. And then we'll say local lot cframe equals lot area dot cframe. Fantastic. Have you saved place for Roblox yet? Yeah, I just did that. So tile generation, so what we can do then, we'll say for tile x equals 1, lot size dot x, do then for tile y is 1, lot size dot y, just like so. And so now local tile cframe equals lot cframe, and then tile cframe, well, it's going to be times cframe dot new something 0 and then something else. So on the x-axis it's going to be tile x times tile size times negative half, or so tile size divided by negative 2, or negative tile size divided by 2, or No, it's going to be tiles like 2. There's going to be minus the tile x minus lot size dot x divided by 2. So we have 24 minus 24 is 0. Then we need to take away an offset of 0.5, I would suspect. We will see if this claim checks out in a second. Yes, this should really be tile Z. We'll just call it Y because we're working in tile space, not world space. And tiles are only 2-dimensional, so we'll say local tile model equals if math.random less than 0.05, then replicated storage dot tiles dot tree tile clone. We should really split this up over multiple lines. Else replicated dot tiles dot grass tile clone. Tile model pivot to tile C frame. Tile model dot parent equals lot let's say lot tile folder. Say local lot tile folder instance dot new folder, and we call it name equals lot tile folder, and we will parent it to the model like that. Here's hoping this works. Oh, it's probably going to be 1 stud too low or half a stud too low. Wait, it doesn't even work at all. Uh-oh. That's bad. Yeah, they're empty. What have I done? Size.z, of course. Tile C frame, it's then going to be 0.5. Now it'll work. Perfectly fine. He says. Right, yeah, because it's not tile size divided by 2, it is just tile size. Right. Got it. That makes sense. And now it should be working perfectly fine. 100%. No problems. Right? Not really. Okay, so why is it so high up? Oh, right, because it is actually 0, because I did change the actual offset. Duh. Okay, now I'm just really confused. Why is it still high? I mean, it does look kind of nice, but it's not what I really want. The trees do look nice, though. So, from what I can tell, this is an origin problem. $0.25. Right. Now it will work. And I know why. Is because the lot area C frame is not actually at 0, it's at 0.25. Yes, now this works perfectly fine. Alrighty. And the best part about all of this, right, is that we're generating all of these instances on the client side, and so we don't have to worry about stuff like streaming enabled. and like we have full control of like replication and everything. So that's really cool. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with where we're at. Yeah. I think that should be good for today. I'm pretty happy with that progress. Yeah, we've done a lot. I mean, obviously, I haven't actually worked on the actual Tycoon side of things yet, but in terms of like from literally no ideas to this is pretty good going. Like, it usually takes me a lot longer to get to a stage like this. So, I guess we're done here for this Friday. I'd love to know if that was really helpful for you already. I mean, we haven't done lots of UI stuff as is, but maybe even just outside of like learning Fusion, if you're learning something about game development or like the way that I work that you enjoy, that's a success, right? Because this is not exclusively a Fusion series, this is a game development series. So I would love to know if this helps you out, right? And so here's the plan for next time. All right, so next time we're going to start properly working on like this whole tile thing, right? We're going to make it so that lots can have tiles assigned to them on the server, have that replicate over to the client, then have the tiles show up. I might experiment with doing that with Fusion. That could be kind of fun. I think that would actually be a really interesting use of Fusion. Perhaps not the most conventional use of it, but it could be fun. So, yeah, I really don't have much else to say. Thank you guys for tuning in. And, well, I will see you next Friday when we'll be working on this yet again. Thank you guys for turning up and for showing your support and love. If you want to try out Fusion for yourself, go to ltob.github.io/fusion. I will show you the website right now. ltob.github.io/fusion. And you can see it's all here. And you can just click, get started, and this will tell you everything you need to know. There's a bunch of tutorials. You can see lots of code snippets and stuff. The tutorials are work in progress, I will say. But something that should help you out a lot is the API reference, which is also here. And you can see, like, this is a comprehensive API reference. It's very technical, if that's your thing. You can find any errors and messages that you need help with. You can find that here. You can see you have all of our error messages documented. So they all come with message IDs. You can just copy, paste it right here, like Control F, whatever. We have a Fusion Obby example place if you need a little bit more guidance. It's not much in there, unfortunately. It's just sort of like a bare minimum sort of thing. Hopefully this series will serve as a much better example of that sort of stuff. And of course, I'd be remiss to forget that we have all sorts of desktop backgrounds for you to pick up for yourself, because desktop backgrounds are really cool and I like them. Alright. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys next Friday, and we'll have way more fun with this project. Right. I will see you then. Have fun.